Welcome to week 2 of our Lenten challenge. Today we will be discussing Luke 6. Jesus walks up a mountain. His goal, his end, is God Himself. God alone. And when He comes down from that mountain, verse 19 tells us that there was a crowd that was waiting for Him. And they wanted to touch Him because power came forth from Him and healed them all. This power was the power that helped Him to choose His 12 disciples this day. Or, as Luke refers to them, apostles. Not only did He know who to choose after spending time with God all night long on this mountain, but He was also able to come down from that mountain and speak to this crowd. He began to heal them of various diseases. He began to release them from captivity of all the unclean spirits. As He kept sharing all of this power that was inside of Him, He taught them different things. He spoke to them of God's word, filled with this power that only came from the true source of God alone. He taught them to look to their enemies. He taught them to look to the person that hated them, to look to the person that disrespected them, to look to that person that did not appreciate them, that talked badly about them, that treated them bad. And He told them, love them. Love your enemies. He told them to take care of their enemies. He told them to be kind to them, to help them, even if it means that financially they're going through a hardship and you have to lend money and maybe never get it back. You have to give them money and receive nothing in return. He also taught them not to judge, but to forgive. How? Remember, you and I, we have messed up also. Now filled with this power from God alone, Jesus, which is also God Himself, is showing us the model of how we are to love our enemies and those who hurt us. We are to go to this source. We are to spend time with Him alone for hours, not just minutes. Our mountain is not literally a mountain. Our mountain could be our room. Our mountain could be our car. Our mountain could be that secret place that no one knows. Our mountain can be that war room closet. But we are called to go to our mountain, to spend time with God alone. And from Him, receive our power, the power to love, the power not to judge, the power to forgive. He who in our eyes may not be worthy of being forgiven, in God's eyes is. But without the power of God, without separating ourselves and spending time with God, we will not be able to love when it hurts. We will not be able to forgive. We will judge. And in verse 47, Jesus tells them, I will show you what someone is like who comes to me Listen to my words and act on them. We must do as Jesus did. Go to God alone. Listen to no one but God alone. Listen to His words. Allow Him to heal you. Allow Him to transform you. Allow Him to make you into a different person. And then you are free to act. You are free to love your enemy. You are free to forgive even those you cannot forgive, because you too, like Jesus, will be filled with the power of God. Continue on this week's journey and see how God speaks to you through Luke 7 all the way to Luke 12. God bless you.
Love your enemies. Do good